In this video, I'm going to do a demonstration of how I fix bad GoPro audio if you're using two cameras. On the chest, I'm using the GoPro Hero 12 Black. On the helmet, I'm using the Hero 11 Black. The camera tends to do a lot of shaking. The audio sounds bad. Here's the clips that are lined up, the same exact clips in the Hero 12 and the Hero 11. You'll hear them back to back. Take a listen. Hero 12. Hero 11. You just hear it not being very energetic, so I'm going to fix that. I'll show you how I do it. What I do is I separate the audio from the video of the Hero 12. Now these clips are already in line, but this will give you an idea of exactly what I do. This first clip here, I'm going to separate the audio from it. I'm using LumaFusion. To do this, you either triple tap blue video to separate the audio, or you can click here, hit the sound wave down at the bottom. Automatically mutes it for you. Now I have the Hero 12, so it's muted. If these weren't lined up, I would have to line them up, kind of figure out exactly where my peaks are at to get a good idea of positioning it. But I simply drag it, move it, and when you play them together, you'll hear a cancellation of the frequencies. It's exactly what you want. So then I'll take this and mute it. That's the Hero 11. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with all these tracks here. So this track here, all I'm going to do with that, since I have the audio over there, is delete that because I only want the Hero 11 in this. Hero 12, separate the audio from this. Hero 11 is muted there. For me, the easiest way to do it is just dropping it. So now what I'm going to do is go through and drop that one, drop it again. Do the quick fix across all the tracks on the top and mute them. I'm going to go to the Hero 11, turn that all the way down, none. Go up here, I'm going to copy my effect there for the clip gain, and what I'm going to do is scroll through and highlight the top. Go down here to my clipboard, click the blue volume icon, and paste. I have all my audio from the Hero 12 that's been synced up with the Hero 11. So what I'll do is lower this channel fader down by 6, lower my master down by 6. And now I'm going to take you on to the next step. I'm going to take this audio, I've trimmed down the video, share, export, audio only, uncompressed, 96 Hertz, export. So this audio is writing, it's going to be sent, audio only. Go here, save that, now saved. Open up GarageBand. So now I got GarageBand, recents, new track, +, audio recorder. And once again, this is GarageBand iOS, not OS for a Mac. So there's some workarounds I'm going to show you that I do. So I have everything set there, my track. So what I do first is, before I do anything, unless I'm using wind on, if I'm using stereo recording, which I do for mountain bike footage, I always normalize first. Now you usually don't do that, but for iOS, I recommend doing that. Now I merge, that's going to normalize the audio. It's going to bring that volume up. So there's the volume, going to play back. I'll shape the sound a little bit. I want to make it sound different than the Hero 12. So what I do is I'll usually use 2 equalizers, the same one, Equalizer 4 by ToneBoosters. It's a great plugin. These are just my own presets, and I usually cut at 50, about a 12 curve. Gives it a gradual cut with latency. And in real time, you'll see what's going on here. So there it is. The brown part is what is the original. Green is what's coming out, so you'll see what it's cutting. How the green is lower than the brown, so that's good. I'm going to go here, open up my preset that I have there, delete that one, delete there. So for this, I'm going to bring it to 100 to start. We'll see what my waves are telling me here. Play. So that green right there, I kind of want to bring that down. I usually, in the past, I've added a lot of high end. Now I just want to make this sound different than the Hero 12. So it's still peaking there, so I'm going to bring this up to around 250. Lower that from cutting 6 to about 3. Still aggressive. Let's go down to 1.5. So I'll do 1.5 there and 1.5 here. And then I'm going to cut 100 at 1.5. Low shelf A. You can do a sharper curve on it. This right here, you can see how that, I believe that's the tire noise. Got that up a little bit.
Man, get a little loose there.
Get a little loose, buddy. Let's go a sharper cut. 24, 56, 56 is fine. So I'm done. So this high end right here is sometimes crickets or other noise. And if I want to cut that out, I'll just do a notch. Bring that up. And yeah, it brings it down. It's not perfect, but for this, I'm gonna go let's say 4696, and we'll say 4750 right there. Now when I open up this visual EQ within GarageBand, it's not as accurate. See how there's all that low end still in there? And the high end's not quite matching it. That's why I use 2 different EQs. Turn that off, so now I'm ready to go. And then I merge these. It's gonna go through, it takes a second. Okay, so now that's normalized. All right, so I have that. It brings the volume down when you normalize with that EQ in there. So I'm gonna take these out, delete all these, don't need them. So now I'm gonna take that audio that's really low, I'm gonna bring it back up, and this is gonna be kind of a gain stage master bus channel. Another EQ on it, Barricade by ToneBoosters as well. And I usually go down to my loud master preset. I'll turn auto off, transparent for my limiter. I just kind of leave everything else the same. I started playing around recently with different settings, but generally I'll start right there for the ceiling at -1. Dither and True Peak down here, I always leave those off. True Peak is great if it's your last source, but this will be going to YouTube, and that's actually the last source. Come up here, and this will be master bus template. Leave it right there. Does good enough for this. Now I have everything in there. This right here at the bottom is going to measure LUFS. So I'm looking at it, that's fine. So what I'm going to do to kind of do a quick fix is merge these again, and you'll see that volume being brought up. Okay, so now we're ready to export that file, and I'm going to name it. I'll always start with letter A, so it'll be at the top, A audio hack. That's cool. Hold it again, share song, share uncompress, share to LumaFusion. It takes a second there. This is importing, and let's see. But the capabilities are there to make stuff work. And that's why I'm showing this. The reason I'm doing this back in LumaFusion is kind of my shortcut. So I'll put this on primary. Here's the magic. Primary, I want to listen to my volume and measure my LUFS. LUFS is loudness units full scale. This is Youlean loudness meter light. So what I'll do is I don't want to listen to the whole thing. I do, but I don't want to spend the time doing it. So I'm going to increase the speed of that track by 6 times. So it takes it from being a 4 minute and 20 seconds listen to 43 seconds. So I'm going to go through, and all I have to do here is press play. And if you do press play and it stops, you're going to have to start over. I'll show you how to do that. So let's say, oops, pause. You just click that X and you get back to the beginning. So it's reading everything. It's going through short-term LUFS. It's going through the integrated. Integrated is the number that I want, and I want my volume to be at -14.1. The reason I want it to be at -14.1 is YouTube uses -14 as their cutoff to whether they're going to bring the volume of your video down. I don't want them to even have a hand on my audio or touch it. So that 0.1 gives me just a little bit of headroom. As you can see here, as this is being measured, I already know I'm gonna have to turn my gain on the Barricade 4 plugin up by at least 4. Let's see what this is. 4.4 from 14. So yeah, negative 14 minus 18.4, or that difference, or 18.4, that's too low. So I want to bring it up by 4.4 to hit 14, but I want 4.3. Go back into GarageBand, open this up, click on so I can delete that. And here's my track before normalizing with those plugins. Go through here, right there. So I want to turn that up by 4.4 to hit 14 dead on, but I want 4.3. So I won't listen to it or do anything. Just keep going. Merge. All right, so that's good and loud. Close that, rename it. Just go A Audio Hack 2. Send that back to LumaFusion. Shouldn't take as long this time. Share LumaFusion. LumaFusion to ensure a good, nice, loud track. So this video, because I'm speaking over it and there's not as much biking in the background, I'm still going to do the same process for the audio. It will just be different, and it should still be at negative 14.1 because I do measure it. There's the Audio Hack 2. Import that one. So I'm going to do the same thing. Primary, I'm going to increase it by 6 for speed. Now I'm going to measure it. Should hit dead on negative 14.1. I'm ignoring my true peak value. There's no need to even worry about that. Since it's been merged and normalized with a -1 ceiling already, I know it's there, but this won't show it since it's kind of going through it in the video stage. I just want to see my LUFS at negative 14.1, and after that, then I export to YouTube. I don't use my photo app or anything like that. I don't save the video as a file. I export directly from LumaFusion straight into YouTube. Okay, so that came in a little bit low, negative 14.2, which is totally fine. When you increase it by 6 times, it might be off by 0.1, 0.2. Nobody's gonna hear that. Back to 1, so that's it. Flip the end. Oh, that's what it was for right there. So what I'm gonna do, since I didn't cut the end off, it measures that. So it measures from the start of an audio source to the end. That's what LUFS is. It's full scale from the beginning to the end, the entire thing. You could have something turned down by 100 the entire video and just slam the crap out of the volume, and it might be negative 20 LUFS. So this top one here, that's the audio from the year 11. So I'm going to show you what the difference is between those two. It's before the EQ, before I send it off. So turn in from this. And here's the master audio. Hope you like this video, learned something new. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.